Welcome back, Alphas. On Inside Star Citizen, CIG revealed what we've been waiting for about the last 2 patches. With Star Citizen 3.6, we got new space station exteriors in the PU, yet the interior reworks were pushed to 3.8. It's taking longer than expected. So, what have they been working on? What's included so far, and for what are we still awaiting confirmation? Time to discuss and theory craft, so hold position. We got a sneak peek of the procedurally assisted R&R space station interiors on Inside Star Citizen. There's 2 lighting schemes, blue and purple. Both look very cool and have an air of futurism to them. The devs built some basic skeletal assets, like how they built out caves. These assets allow the devs to control the randomness a bit, leaving key areas like shops, admin office, and elevators to be procedurally spawned into the skeletons. This way they don't end up having the bathroom connected somewhere weird or have a clothing store spawn into the food court skeleton. The devs basically create the main structure, then have assets like shops, restaurants, etc. spawn in at random locations that are designated for that asset type. I would imagine that in their database, these assets are tagged by type, and the procedural tool goes through the list of available assets for that spot in the station, and then grabs one of the assets tagged as matching that particular piece of real estate. Like, for example, the available suites in the food court would only allow the tool to spawn in restaurants. Also, did you notice the difference in atmosphere of these rest stops now that it's a more open floor plan? The devs on ISC mentioned that in the past, retail shops typically had doors in most places. Think the shops at Port Olisar and the old truck stop interiors. It makes the hallway just a hallway. Sure, some stores had ads or window displays like the shop in Hurston, yet it wasn't very inviting. And the one thing I really know is retail and marketing. The dev was spot on when he alluded to the fact that these are retail stores, and if this were real life, they would be trying to entice more customers into their stores so that they can drive even more revenue. So the open floor plan, similar to today's airports and malls, creates a much different feel to the stations that they revealed, with each retail asset different than the others, and they're spilling over into the general view of the promenade. We can expect each station to be different enough from one another that we'll be able to learn each station and you could recognize it at a glance, all while keeping with the R&R brand image, keeping that consistent and intact. Now, one thing that was not covered on this reveal was restrooms. I know it's a hot topic in the community for some reason, but not all ships have a toilet and a shower. And the player status system will eventually introduce hunger, thirst, bio breaks, though far and few between, and cleanliness and dirtiness to the game. Also, not all ships have beds in them, so I would like to see tiny habs added to these stations. They could even use the Port Olisar hab assets for all I care. Port Olisar will be going away one day. We just need places in space where we can log out and store our ship for the night, even when the ship doesn't have a bed. We're going to eventually need full service rest stops, so I hope that before CIG goes live with these new station interiors, they include restrooms, showers, and beds in these R&Rs, so we can find a nearby station and then log out on the fly, even if it means that the station charges a nominal fee to rent a hab, say 100 credits, 200 credits. You know, that mechanic works for Skyrim, and you can rent a room at the inn for the night, and it's kind of a money sink in the game, but it also serves a purpose. And so to be sure that everyone has access to these stations, shouldn't we expect to see hallways that connect to docking collar airlocks? Just to future-proof these interior reworks, right? Or will we see another pass on the stations once docking collars drop? Hey, what do you think about habs on space stations? You think these R&Rs should have beds that we can rent? Or do you have another idea? Your thoughts go in the comments below. Hey, and once the space station interior reworks drop in 3.8, you can be looking for me and my friends overlooking the promenade, just like Jake and Nog on DS9.